Imagine this, you are on a moving train headed nowhere, but everyone around you, they seem to be okay with it. They are constantly looking at their phones, lost in a haze. They are constantly distracted. But you start to wake up. You start to realize that they are all asleep and they don't know where they are going. I call this state autopilot mode. You see, most people are sleepwalking. You could see it when people are scrolling their Instagrams, when people are watching movies, when they are watching football. You could see it around you. They are afraid of their own minds. People don't think ever. They don't like their own minds. Their TVs and their phones will tell them something and that's it. They'll unquestionably believe it. They exist as versions of someone else's ideologies. They don't ever stop to think. They don't ever question their beliefs. They don't ever question their routines. They don't even know why they are doing a particular thing or why they are doing a job. It is the main reason of depression. People know in their hearts they are not living up to their full potential. They are not utilizing their own human consciousness in the most efficient manner. They know deep inside their hearts, and that is why unsatisfaction and depression are at a rise in this day and age. Although you may get some temporary pleasure from turning off your brain or switching off your brain, in the long run it is gonna hurt you. It is actually a coping mechanism we as humans find to carry the heavy burden of consciousness. To understand this phenomena deeply, we must look at two concepts: automation and conditioning. Conditioning is a process of shaping of behavior. We are taught from a young age that what is correct, what is not correct, this is normal, this is not normal. First we have to go to school, then get a degree, then get a job, then get married, then raise children, then retire. That is the routine society imposes upon us, and that is what we consider normal. It is not that these things are inherently bad, but due to the normalcy of these things, what is inside our hearts and what we value might not align with what is considered normal by society. And to fear of standing out from the crowd or to fear of being judged, we forget our true values which lies in our hearts. We forget what we were meant for. We forget our purpose. Conditioning locks us into these routines, and these routines lock us away from what we truly want or what we truly desire. Then there's automation. Do you remember the first time you drove a car? You are so conscious of everything. You are conscious how much brakes you are going to press or how much accelerator you are going to press. You are afraid of the angle of the steering wheel. You are conscious of what is going on outside, or will this car hit me? How much is the distance from the road? You are conscious of all these things. But what happened as time went by? Your brain started to automate these processes. Suddenly, you just get in the car and you reach from point A to point B without even giving it a thought. You don't remember how much brakes you pressed. You don't remember how much accelerator you used. You don't remember the traffic lights. Suddenly, you don't have to be conscious anymore. You just get in the car and you can just go with the flow. Our brain automates these processes inside our heads, but you don't remember where you stopped or how much brakes did you press, where was the traffic light, or how much time you stopped for the traffic light. You don't remember all these things. This is called automation. Automation is not inherently bad because it is necessary for our survival. We don't have to concern ourselves with menial tasks or daily repetitive tasks. Our brain conserves energy via automation. But the problem comes when we fall into these routines which are automated by our brains. We are not consciously choosing to live. We are under the influence of these automatic processes we have set for ourselves. We begin to just go by the motions. We begin to just go by the flow. We don't make our own path. We don't choose individual decisions. We just exist. We just are dead fish which flow with the river. We start living by default, not by design. We forget our purposes. But here's the thing, waking up is painful. It may require you to face parts of you which you may not like. It might make you uncomfortable. It might leave you in a vulnerable position. But that is where true growth happens. That is where true transformation happens. When you are put into discomfort, when you are outside, when you are going through chaos, that is where true transformation begins. Because you can only truly live, you can only truly experience life when you are aware, of what you are, where you are, and more importantly, why you are. Ask yourself this: are you really in control, or are you just drifting by the motions? Are the choices making you, or are you making the choices? Are the routines you chose chosen by you? Don't forget to challenge your own habits, your own ideas. Question your own beliefs, question your own routines. Break out the cycle. It is time to live, not just exist. We only get one shot at this thing called life. So don't just exist. Go out there, use your will, use your consciousness, and go get what you want. So, what is it going to be? Are you going to drift along in someone else's dream, or are you going to wake the up? So, thank you for tuning in, guys. If you like this sort of content, consciously press like, share, and subscribe. And please feel free to leave your thoughts and comments below.